really interested me about this film, I really liked how you got this really sweet and tender side from Eric Andre in between all the wildness. There's very much a sweetness to his character. How was it working with Eric to get these kind of therapist moments out of them? They're a real fun change of pace.
He, Eric is, I think, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but he's like genuinely like a really sweet, soulful guy in real life. And so I think um a lot of that is really like who he really is, and it's not to say he's multifaceted, he's got that silly, fun, crazy side, but he's also like, he's really sweet. And my dog actually passed away while we were making this movie. And like Eric would send me like the nicest text. He sent me flowers, and he was just like, he was just like really like there for me and emotionally supportive in a way that I was like, man, this guy's like a really sweet guy and a good friend. And so I'm excited. It's always great as a director when you can sort of show another side of an actor that people maybe aren't familiar with. So it makes me happy when people say that. I think it's a great compliment. And he's such a talented actor. I hope that people watch this movie and he gets more, gets to show his range and gets maybe more opportunities off of it.
Yeah, it's really well done, and it's a real highlight. And there's an incredible description about eating the flavor cave was the was the quote, which is gonna live rent free in my head forever. Was that always in the script? Was it improvised? Talk me through that terrible description because it's also great.
That scene, believe it or not, was scripted. And there were some jokes at the end, which I think you see a little bit about of that in the outtakes. I mean, that's the thing with Eric. There's always going to be improvs and stuff, and so we used as much as we could in the outtakes. But like, there's hours of stuff that we just can't. There's no place for it. And unfortunately, the days of DVD, special features or deleted scenes are long gone. But it's he's always got 10 alternate versions of things. But that scene specifically, it was actually like pretty tightly scripted. And look, he just not everyone can deliver lines like that. It takes a really skilled actor to talk about getting your flavor cave tongued in a way that in that special way. So he just has a talent. What can I say?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I heard it resets a person, which you see in the film, hilarious. And Eric Andre, speaking of outtakes, him peeing in the car, was so funny. Just seeing you guys ask him to aim it. Talk me through just the apparatus and the filming of that scene.
well, the that scene was interesting because it was really like, how much of this can we show, in a Netflix movie? And I like to feel like we push them slightly beyond their comfort zone, which is, it's kind of where you want to be. But we didn't show maybe as much. There was a lot of conversation about like how much of the pissing can we show? Where does it sort of lose people? People really have a a strong reaction to that moment, one way or another. But I think we found the right, balance. But it's actually funny. I mean, it's literally we had a fake penis for Eric that had like, a tube with like a hose kind of running through it that he could manipulate. So just out of frame, there is like a sort of rubber penis that he's sort of able to spray everywhere. And it's the same penis that you see for a split second in the catheter scene. They had a name for it, and I can't remember. It's like the general or something. I can't remember what it was. They had a nickname for it so that we didn't have to constantly say like, "Where's the penis?" We could just say, "Where's the general?" And then it was. But
That's
anyway, that's you
incredible.
asked, so that's the answer.
My last question: I had that Hoobastank album growing up. I knew every line of that song.
Classic.
How did you land on Hoobastank? Was that your choice?
That was like a happy accident because we were trying to figure out how to wrap up, that storyline. And I think there was this magical moment. I don't honestly remember where it came from, but that the lyrics really line up with, what Sherry wants to say, in that moment to Eric, and so it was just kind of this happy thing that we were like, kind of like, what if she just sings the song? You think it's just going to be this heartfelt thing, and then hopefully that as you're watching it, you realize, oh my God, she's quoting Hoobastank, and it just sort of just felt like the right ending to their love story, that it would end with a Hoobastank kind of karaoke moment. And after all these kind of really actually emotional scenes, it felt like the right kind of humorous but also emotionally satisfying ending for them.